So now we've finally gotten to the underground base, where we finally get to see Metal Gear Rex. Which, and when it comes to Metal Gears, especially if you don't count the first ones from the MSX or NES games, and even if you count those, really, I do think I like Metal Gear Rex the most. I'm pretty sure I like that better than Ray. And for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, Ray is the Metal Gear version from Sons of Liberty. The sequel. But yeah, I like Rex more. It just there's nothing really wrong with Ray, but it's just I just feel that Rex is more threatening. It seems like it poses more of a threat. It seems more, and it seems like Ray is much more vulnerable, if you will. It seems like Ray is much sturdier. It seems to be thicker. It seems to be. It seems to take a lot more to take down a Rex than a Ray, and a proof of that really is in this in Sons of Liberty. There's a scene where Solid as Snake, and sorry for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about and all that, I'm trying not to spoil too much, and I don't think it's really a spoiler, but there's a scene where some Rays go amok in the Sons of Liberty, and Solid as Snake, who is one of the who is the main bad guy, or one of the main bad guys at least, he fights them off, and he actually destroys a bunch of them with a submachine gun or something that's called is it P90 or something like that? I think that's a machine gun or submachine gun, but anyway, he destroys a bunch of them using just that. And you just couldn't do that with Rex.
I don't know yet.
And that must be because of, and the reason he can do that is probably because Ray doesn't have that much of an armor. And yeah, Ray is built to be more flexible probably, and it's amphibious and all that, but Ray is amphibious and more flexible and all, but it just doesn't seem that threatening. As opposed to Rex, which is I mean, both of them are nuclear equipped, but Rex is just, you know, big, tough. You have to. I mean, it has. You're gonna see this when you fight it later and all, but you can't actually destroy it right away. You have to get into it, to put it like that, because its outer armor, its outer shell is so strong that if you shoot missiles or whatever at it, it just peels off. So you have to destroy you have to destroy this sensor it uses to get into it so you can blow it up.
Snake,
and that alone says a lot about Rex.
Not bad. I just got
and I think what I'm stating here is also the reason why they used Rex.
Do you think you'll break in?
Where you actually got to control Rex for the first time in Metal Gear Solid 4.
Keep trying.
That was kind of fan service, I guess, because I think that was a dream for many people to finally be able to control a Metal Gear, and to be able to control Metal Gear Rex is the optimum thing, really. Is the best thing you could have done. But anyway, I have been ranting for way too long about that now. It's just something I thought I should touch upon, because that's been a debate among Metal Gear fans for a long time, and maybe not so much anymore, but I just feel that Rex is a bit better than Ray. But anyway, let's move on. Yeah, I could say that this room, by the way, this room that I'm in now has been changed a bit from the original, because I don't know if you noticed, but when I walked up the stairs there, for instance, that used to be ladders. Those stairs used to be ladders that you had to climb up. And no, that's not a big change or whatever, but yeah, That's one change. They changed the layout a bit here. And I don't know why they changed the ladders to stairs. I'm not sure. Maybe maybe they didn't want to disrupt the flow or whatever, because in the original you had to climb up these ladders, and especially the first ladder you got to, you kind of got not a loading screen, but you faded to black and in again as you climbed up, like you do in some scenes. Anyway, you kind of broke the flow of the game a bit, because it felt like kind of a loading screen, because okay, I'm going to the next part, I'm going to the next part, but here the entire room is one part, and that's pretty good. That's what you're supposed to do with a new version. That is to decrease the loading times whenever possible, and you know, all that. And in the original it's more to do with technical limitations than anything else probably, but still feels nice that this is one continuous room and you don't have those moments where you have to stop it or whatever, you have to reload another part of it.
Snake, I did it.
You got past security?
Bingo.
And in the original you also actually had to climb on top of Rex and over it to get around here. You didn't walk behind it, you actually went over it.
That's what I need to know.
But that doesn't really matter either. It's just a different way of doing it, and I think they actually did the right thing there in this version. I think they changed it to a more convenient and I think they changed it to a bit better layout. But I don't dislike the original either. That
but effective.
Yeah.
And that's not even the scariest thing about this one.
I can't wait to hear this.
It's a stealth.
Yeah, so Archon has been calling you now to
show up on radar.
Tell you about the secret of Metal Gear Rex, why it's such a secret weapon and what's so scary about it, and how to stop it and how to disable it and all that. And now he's discovered that the nuclear missile that Rex can shoot is a stealth camouflage, basically.
Totally impossible to intercept. And on top of that, it's got a surface-piercing warhead designed to penetrate hardened underground bases.
We learned that lesson in the Gulf War.
This thing could mean the end of the world.
It's the ultimate weapon. And from a political point of view, it avoids the problem of nuclear reduction and nuclear inspections. Colonel, is this true? Are you listening?
I'm listening.
It would push back the signing of the START 3 treaty. If word gets out about this weapon, it'd cause a whole world of trouble.
Yeah, it would be nasty. The United States would be denounced by the UN. It could even bring the president down.
Did you know this, Colonel?
I'm sorry.
You've changed, Colonel.
I won't make any excuses.
Snake, listen to me. This new nuclear weapon,
so,
it's never actually been tested. Only simulated.
You mean with VR experiments?
Yeah,
you still haven't been told exactly what to do to disable or stop the terrorists from using Rex, but this information kind of sheds light on why the US government are reluctant to give in to the terrorist demands.
What?
Because as they said, if the world found out about this weapon, it would be a disaster for the US.
The dummy warhead with a real warhead. Once they input the detonation codes, they should be ready to launch.
So, you think they can do it?
Well, the dummy warhead was designed to be identical to the real thing, so I think so.
Did you find out how to override it yet?
Not yet. It must be in a separate file. Right now I'm looking through all of Baker's personal files.
We're counting on you.